It is still morning. It's about 10:30. Oh, I must remember to do that as well while I'm at it. Because if I don't, you know what happens, I'll get interrupted, and we don't want that, do we? Do that, turn that off. Let me just pop you there for a second. Let's turn this one off as well while we're at it. Done. Right. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, I've decided to stick the old camera on. Oh, fuck. While we traverse up to Utoxetter. So we can have a bit of fun with that. I've tried to fanny about with my camera, but unfortunately what you get is what you get. I can't do it any better. Anyway, while we're at it, shall we go? Come on, you fucker. Let's get gone. Let's get gone. Let's get gone. Put that there, turn that off, everything's out the way, shift that over there. Yeah, I think we can go now. Ooh. Shoving that in my chin. Okay, let's go. Let's go! Let's go! At least the rain's calming down a bit. It ain't as bad as it was this morning. Fucking hell. Look at it though, how miserable a day is. It's horrible, isn't it? Well, I think it's horrible. Anyway, so... And that's that. I don't care. My brother lives round there somewhere. One of those new houses. Oh. Well, earlier on, right, I'd been in here, dropped my trailer, got me another one, and because I had to do some faffing about before I left there, I wasn't sure how long the exit pass would last for. So I go straight to the gate, put the code in, and the gate lifts, and I go and park literally the other side of the gate. And I watched the gate go down, there was nothing there, and then I just found up and giving me details to work, right, and then obviously a trailer check as well. And I'm sat there and I'm doing that, and only for about a minute or two probably, if not maybe a little bit longer, but not much more I don't think. And then I'm looking in the mirror and I'm thinking, that gate up? I could have swore that gate went down. And there was a guy in one of those, I've got a feeling it was only a 7.5 tonner. It's a Tesco vehicle, but it's a 7.5 tonner. And I'm thinking, why the fuck is he parked? The second gate, the one that was to the right of me, was empty. Nothing on it, no one there, absolutely empty, right? And here's the best part. He decided to drive behind the gate that I was blocking and drive through it and sit behind me. So I don't know, I'd say he's only been there for a couple of minutes, mind you. And I'm like, why on earth would you do that? I mean, I'm literally sat there the other side of the gate. Yeah, fair enough, I was blocking it, but it wasn't as if he couldn't have used the other gate. So I don't understand his logic, and it really infuriated me, because I'm thinking, seriously, are you that dull that you see me stopped, I'm not moving, and you proceed to go through the gate that I'm actually blocking, or at least try to? And I'm like, dude, I mean, how do you get up in the morning and tie your fucking shoelaces? I mean, if it was me, right, and I'd seen a vehicle that was on the other side of the gate, but he hadn't moved, and I was approaching the gates, I'll go straight to the one that's fucking empty. There's no thought process, it's just instinct. Movement. Blocked. That ain't. Straight over? Oh man. So now pulls out of his way and sort of sits on the blank part of the island just for a sec, just to wave him through. And again he sits behind me. I'm like, is this guy really that fucking stupid? Holy crap, where do they get these people from? Honestly, I was just flabbergasted. It's really just sat on my mind now, most of the morning. Like, I finally got rid of that kind of feeling you get when you have somebody who's been completely fucking retarded. Like, you know, oh man, tell you what, fuck me. I've never known anything so stupid in my life. Anyway, yeah, and he proceeds to come walking up to me cab door, and he's knocking on it, and he's blah 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 in whatever language he was talking. I'm like, dude, there's a fucking second gate there. Why don't you use that, you stupid fucker? Can't you see I was stationary? And why the hell did you use that gate? That one was clear. And then he walks off then. Oh well, never mind. Not to worry. These things happen. I was just... yeah, I don't know. I mean, granted, I will put my hands up and say, yeah, I was blocking that one gate. But it wasn't as if there was anybody behind me anyway. There was no one there. Because I watched the gate come down just to make sure that I was far enough forward so the gate would come down. I mean, and plus the other gate was empty. It's fucking Bank Holiday Monday, for shit's sake. There's nobody about. Good grief. It's brilliant, Aid. There is one bonus thing that I suppose, which is quite enjoyable, I suppose, with the weather being like that, and that's the puddles. Yeah, I do like the puddles. I don't like the rain, but I do like the puddles. Anyway, it should be a reasonably good day today. I can't see why it shouldn't be. It's 20 to 11 at the moment. I'll get up to Utoxetter probably around about maybe 11:30ish, and depending on what happens when I get there, whether it be a trailer change or not, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. If it is a trailer change, we're here. If not, I can have a break there. But what I might do is I might have myself a break at the services, because I will. Well, I say I will. I don't think I will actually. No, I might be able to do it all in one go and get back down the road. So I should be all right. Should be. Just depends on what time it is when I'm all said and done. But if I can have a break, I'll have one. Ooh, tidal wave. Oh dear. Look, you've got to have some fun when you have this kind of weather. Because other than that, it's friggin' atrocious. It's horrible. It's depressing. I mean, look at the scenery out there. I mean, everything's just so bloody dull. You know what I mean? Dull and miserable. There's no life in it, no colour. It's just bland and crap. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, obviously the water does give life, because water's a most essential part of life. But along with oxygen, you know what I mean. Now, I'm just stop being picky. Fuck's sake. It just looks drab and miserable. Yes, it's doing the world of good for all the greenery out there, but it's not doing the world of good for my fucking mood. Right then, let's get a bit of a spurt on, shall we? See what we can do. Oh, puddle. What? There's nothing nothing wrong with playing with puddles. There is an exception to the rule, mind you. You have to use a bit of common sense, because if the puddle is literally across the fucking road, there's a possibility that's going to be rather deep, and that can disrupt your steering. Yes, as heavy as this is, if you hit it fast enough, you can disrupt the steering of these vehicles as well, and you can tend to like do a partial, it wouldn't be a complete, but it'd be a partial aquaplane. Or for those of you in America, hydroplane. Well, it looks like we're going to be stuck behind Mr. Boring here. Never mind, not to worry. Just have to stare at him all bloody day. Crap. Apparently, according to my well-trusted source, my mother, the weather's going to pick up by the end of the week, and then after that it's going to start and cheer up altogether. So we should see some sunshine after the next week. Well, after this week, should I say. Hopefully. Brilliant. I'm hoping that it's dry enough and warm enough to get my pigging bike out. That's what I'm wanting to do. Bike. I want my bike out. And we're going to go for a tattoo on my bike. I'll stick the cameras on that and away we go. Oh yes. King's Bromley. Some really nice houses around here. Very pricey though, I mean, very pricey. Nice. Got some nice stuff around here. Look at the size of that bugger. Oh dear. Blabouche. Did anybody wake up to any snow this morning? Because I know I did. It wasn't a fat lot. My car had some snow on it, but it was melting away, and the rain was coming down and it was starting to dissolve it off. But we did have some snow. So, you know, in a sense we did have a bit of a, what do you call it, a white Easter, you know what I mean? So, yeah, they predicted it right, to a point. Well, now one thing's for sure though, bloody cold this morning, good grief. Cold and wet is not a very good combination. Ding, ding, clink, ding, ding, clink, ding, clink, ding. I got into, oh, that's cool. I got into the cab this morning. I mean, I have mentioned it this morning, but you probably won't get to see this until probably about a week or two away. But anyway, it was this morning, and just to clarify, today is the 2nd of April, 2018. So just to get that clarified. Bank holiday Monday, yeah. Just making sure you're all listening and paying attention, all right? And funny place to put your number plate, dude. I was given the keys, so I gets in it. Well, actually, I steps up. I didn't actually get into, didn't even sit down on the fucking driver's seat. I steps up and I went, fuck that. And I decided to shut the door and go and hand the keys back in and say, you can have that back. Says, I'm not driving that. The tramper, whoever's in it, has just basically parked up and left everything all over the place. And there's no way. Fuck that for a game of soldiers. No. No, 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 no. Oop, just me, man. I'll have to hang on for a moment while they do their bit. That was nice of him, wasn't he? I was prepared to wait there as well. Oh, I got shy. Okay. Oh. Poking the nose out there just to check. I don't know. It's a good job I'm going slow and not driving like a loony bin. Oh, have that. Yes, well. It is a nice place round here. Very nice. I like it. Every time I come round this bit here, I always just crawl round. I never race. Never do. It doesn't matter the fact that the kids are on holiday, I'll still never race. I always take my time. Just dribble round it. Because I look at it like this. Yeah, it's part of respect, really, when you think about it. So, it's an awkward little junction. Well, street if you like, whatever. It's very bendy, very sharp, very tight. So, you know, at a sensible speed going through there, if anything did happen, you've got the time to go and stamp on the brakes, you know what I mean? So, and not have any problems. That is how I look at it. And now we are on our way. No more problems or any difficulties or any issues, just a straight run to a point. Oh, tidal wave. All the way through to the A50. Yes, the A50. Look, told you, can't beat it. Oh, we are, look at this bugger. What the hell? Holy crap! That even slowed me down, that did. Oh dear. That was cool. Yeah. puddles, lots of puddles. Ooh, that was a bit of a bumpy one, wasn't it, that? Gadunk. Well, all I can say is this: once this is up onto the old YouTube of mine, well, I just hope that the individual that likes these DEVs, I'm sure there's also somebody who likes them and likes the rain as well. So you got a double bonus there: rain, wet, and DEV. I call it DEV because it's driver's eye view, just in case you're new and you don't know what that is. Oh, squiggle. Have you ever watched on YouTube, right, these so-called types of like animal rescue situations where there's some passerby is rescuing something or some animal or a cat or a dog or whatever, and it's like, oh, isn't that nice? It's just that person has just saved that thing, whatever. And I'm like, do you know what? There's certain ones that you look and you think, yeah, okay, that looks genuine, but there's others that I've seen, right, that I'm thinking, this shit's been staged. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look real. It looks like it's been staged. And I'm thinking to myself, are you really that sad that you want to do this just to get views? What the fuck? It's bloody cruel if you ask me. But it just comes across that way. I mean, I may be wrong, and I hope that I am, to be fair. But, you know, some of those videos, they do come across as being fake. And I don't get it. Why would somebody want to do that? Are people that desperate to get fucking views for YouTube videos and Facebook's fucking, I don't know, tweets and shit knows else? Why? Why do it? You have to be a certain kind of person, I think, to stoop that low, you know what I mean? Nah, screw that. I'm quite happy doing what I do. It's nice. I enjoy it. It's fun. Keeps you lot entertained anyway. Me wobbling on about all sorts of crap. So, hey ho. All the mist lifting up off the fields there, which means it's warming up. Either that or a fucking cloud has landed. Misty, misty, misty. It's getting a wee bit thicker. I love it where on this stretch here, right, where they strategically place this speed camera, right, and I'm fucking lamping on the brakes here, trying to get this thing to slow down, right, and they put it right there on the hill. If that ain't a cash cow, well, I don't know what is. Plus as well, you know, you don't want to get stamping on the brakes too hard going down the hill. You try to gauge it as much as you can, but you know, I'm only doing 34 now, so it don't matter. 35, it's enough. It's enough, there's a little bit of run anyway. This one. Oh fuck. I am tired today. Shouldn't be, I've had a good night's sleep for a change. Next door neighbour hadn't got that thing that was going every fucking 10 seconds. So it was alright. Now this looks a bit drastic. Why are people queuing up here? I don't want people queuing up here. People queuing up here means there's a problem. Oh look, it's a big puddle. It's a really big puddle. I don't care, I'm a big truck. Oh dear. Right, clean the doors off. Oh, funny belt squeaking. Done that this morning, that did. I was like, what the fuck? This particular Volvo that I've got here, right? It's having issues today. It really is. It keeps on coming up with what's it say? Impossible to start. Contact workshop. But the thing is, it's actually running. You know what I mean? It started as normal, but it just keeps coming up with this thing on there which is impossible to start. And I'm like, well, how is it impossible to start? Well, you've just started. I don't get your logic. And obviously, I was trying to connect my phone to the bloody thing as well on the radio, the Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth don't work. So I plugged it in USB. That worked for 5 minutes, and it kept on cutting out and turning on and turning off. And I'm like, fuck me, this thing ain't that old, and it's crap already. I'm so disappointed. I mean, don't get me wrong, it drives okay, it's fine, you know, but the bits that you want to play with, you know, have your music on. So I've had to go for the auxiliary jack instead, because yeah, that's the only other option I've fucking got. Got nothing else. Yeah, we got some a loose cup up there. Well, I'll put up there earlier because it was still in the holder. But, yeah. Definitely, things are not working as they should. That's for certain fact. And plus, it's also got this, which sounds like a fan belt squeak. So that ain't good either. Right. That was a bit close. Why? Because Mr. Van Driver's stupid. Wouldn't have hurt him. He'd only been a mirror short. That's all. He's got another one. The white line at the traffic light says there for a reason. It's strategically placed there to allow vehicles of this nature to get fucking past. Breaching that line doesn't do you any favours. You just look a cock at the end of it. Dong da da dong dong, klingity klingity kling, bongity bongity bong. Come on, people. I love that bit. I love that gap. That's a nice tidy gap that is there. Right there. Perfect. Spot on. That'll do me. Stick the binker on because I'm a bit quick on this thing today. I've actually got yes, it's got its faults, but at least it's got a bit of speed in it, like, you know what I mean? It's not a slow ass thing. That's the only disappointing thing about those the new DAFs that we've got, is the fact that they're so slow. I mean, at 52, the darn things are ticking out. Well, they're revving at 1,000 revolutions. That's it, and that's at 52. So you stuck it at 56. What would he be doing? 11 and a half at the most. I mean, fuck me. Bye. Never mind. Not to worry. These things happen. 213. That's not bad, that actually. 213. Yeah. I don't know whether I've got anything else to do after this. I might have, possibly, but as of this morning, he says that you've got 2 of them, and then you've got the Utoxetter to do, and that's it. That's all you got for now. So I'm thinking, I don't mind that. Come on, Mr. Land Rover thingamajiggy, shift out the road so I can get past this trucky boy. Ooh, there's 2 of them. It's a rarity, being able to overtake things, you know what I mean? Because half the time they're all overtaking me. Just in case. No, it's not too bad with the traffic, I suppose, if you think about it. I mean, I can bet that it'll be a darn sight worse or a sort of later on this afternoon, when everybody's all coming back from where they've been. But as of so far, most of what I've done, there's been hardly any traffic about at all. I mean, Friday was just as good. Yeah, that was awesome. It was cool. Hardly anybody about. No hassles, no fucking around. Driving from one point to another, they've been hassled. You know, it's nice, it's relaxing. I just wish it was like this all the time. But no, sadly not. Oh, there. Yeah, and it's just dawned on me that I have got 15 days left, and I'll get a year older. Yak. Yacky cack. Well, we're almost here. It don't take long. It's not bad actually. It's nice when you go through that way through King's Bromley and Yoxall. It does save a lot of time. So it's always good. It's always good to save some time. Saturday car boot sale, eh? See? Still some snow here, look. Yeah. That's it then. Done. Short and sweet, I suppose. I mean, if I feel like it, I might stick it back on again and drive home. I'll just have to wait and see. But until then, toodle pip. See you later and all that. Go on then, off you pop. Pop, poppity poppins, pop, poppity poppins, pop, poppity poppins. I don't know where I'm going to put this fucking thing. See you later. Bye. Yeah, that'll do, I suppose. It'll do. Still on, aren't we? Yep, you're still on. Truck ain't on, mind you. Fucking is near though. Oh, hello. Shut up. Yes, I'm going to do an old school on the way back, I think. This is what I used to do, well, when I first started. Apart from having a camera sat there, I managed to have a camera facing that way. Right, so I'm going to put you facing that way, so it's just the road you're seeing, right? Now, I haven't done like that, I can't remember when, but it's just, you know, it's something. I mean, end of the day, it's a miserable day, and you know, you can enjoy the scenery that's there, and you never know, might catch out to somebody being stupid. There's always a possibility of that, isn't there? So, I know the camera's on the wonk a bit. That's the shape of the dashboard, I'm afraid. Not a lot I can do about that. Right, let's go. Let's get the flock out of here. Yeah, now I might decide to talk about something interesting. Who knows? It might be fun. You never know. I might find something out there that's worth looking at. Yeah. We might be witness to an alien invasion. I mean, there could all sorts of weird and wonderful crap could happen with just that camera there. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know what's happening when I get back. He didn't say anything, so we'll just have to wait and see. I might have to go back up the road again. I don't know yet. I just don't know. Nice and steady as she goes. I was going to put the camera back on my head, but it's giving me a headache, so I'll pass on that. The prospects of having that attached to my head for another hour is, no, can't do it. I was going to, but I just can't. Oh, hang on. Can I go? I can go. Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh, good grief. I wonder what I can do when I get home then. Because if I'm going home with this, well, first things first, if I am going home at this time of the day, well, not yet, but in another hour or so, well, the first port of call will be the old MacD, and then get me din-dins, and then, yeah, that'd be cool. Ah. I'm going to reduce this morning now. Because I've been doing the 5 selects, I'm going to reduce to 3. So not having as much. So I'm going to see what that does. Hopefully it'll be fine. Like, you know, I won't be climbing the walls after food, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm doing all right at the moment. I haven't had any problems, like as in I'm just pacing, trying to think of something to eat. Like, you know, I've been doing all right because I've been keeping myself occupied and not thinking about it too much, which is the main thing. Keeping myself occupied and not thinking about it too much. Oh dear. I fished out my spare backpack batteries from my GoPros, only the 2, because one's been a bit of a dick, and so I fished my other ones out, got them charged up, and it's looking alright so far. We've not been having any issues with that. The only thing is, though, eventually there's going to be a point where I'm going to have some new ones, and I'm not looking forward to that, because that's going to, yeah, that's going to cost a fucking fortune, that is. Absolutely. They do look cool though. Well, I can't argue there. They do look really cool. The picture quality would be better. That's for sure. Because don't forget, I mean, these are the Hero 3 Pluses. These are. That's what I'm using at the moment is anyway. I mean, yes, it's good enough for what I need, but I'm not I'm not any qualms with that. It records at a decent rate, so I'm not bothered about that. But you know, the newer things are, the better they are, I should imagine. So it'd be interesting to see what that would look like if I actually did have one. What would the quality be like? Would it be an improvement? Or would it be just the same? I don't know. I have no idea. No. Not something I'm really too concerned about, because the chances of me actually being able to afford a bunch more, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Not an impossibility though, but I'm just not going to hold my breath. You know what I mean? Because there just ain't no point. Slow down, there's a bend coming. What's the chances of having a big monster puddle somewhere along this route? When I get home, if I am going out this early, I've just had a bit of a brain fart. I know what I can do when I get in. I can faff with that speaker. That's what I can do. Yes, that sounds like a plan, if ever there was one. Strip that down and have a good giggle at it, and then stick the other unit that I've got. What I might do though is I'm going to get some glue from B&Q. I could do with some wood glue or material. I mean, I don't know what kind of glue it is you use now. I'm thinking it's that PTA, or is it PTF or fucking, I have no idea. PTA. That sounds PTA glue. Does that sound right? It's been a long. That's that white gooey stuff that you used to use when you was kids, right? That stuff, right? Now, if it is that, I'm sure it's called Is it PTA or PVA? PVA. That sounds about PVA. Is that right? Oh, bloody hell for you! So anyway, I'm gonna find some of that glue. If I can find some of that glue, then we might be rocking and rolling. Because the reason why you use that, you can't use super glue because it's card. The cone of the speaker is card. So what you have to do is you use this PVT, or I'm sure it's called PVA. It's PVA, isn't it? PVA glue, right? You use that because it bonds with the card, whereas super glue just soaks in and then you've lost all your sticky. Whereas the other stuff doesn't for someone. It's good for sticking paper and wood and bits and bobs like that. So anyway, I think that's what I'll do. I think I might do that. Sounds like a plan. And I'll see if I can reconstruct that other speaker that's inside the cab, and while I replace it with one of the other. Well, it ain't my speaker. I've still got them, but they don't belong to me. Right, they're my nephews. And I says, "Are you going to come and fetch these fucking things because you bought them?" And he's like, "No." Says, "You can keep them there for now." No. So now I'm going to go and swap them over, see how it performs, and yeah. And then in the interim, I've got to put myself somewhere where the fucking whacking great magnet on the back of that speaker doesn't interfere with anything. For argument's sake, televisions and phones and shit like that. Because it is, I mean, the speaker what's in the cab at the moment is reasonably light, whereas the speaker I'm going to be putting into it is far from fucking light. I mean, that thing's about 10 kilo, the bloody thing is. It's fucking well heavy. It's about the same weight as my other speakers I've got, which are upstairs in my bedroom, which have got to go in my car eventually. But I've got to look for a head unit. I have been looking to see if I can find myself a decent head unit. I'm either going to get a singled in or a doubled in. I'm not 100% sure though if a doubled in would fit in the what's the name? In the space of my car. I'm not sure if it will or not. It looks like a doubled in size, but it may be like, as usual, Ford's fucking din and a half. The awkward size, which no fucker wants. So if that's the case, then I'll have to just get a spacer and just put a singled in it. But other than that, I'd have to build me a box as well, and I need. There's lots of things I need to do if I want to put the sound system in as I want it. I've got to buy new door speakers, obviously, because I'll need upgrading, like I did with my Cougar. They've got to get upgraded, so those will have to be replaced. I'll probably have to replace the cable for the speakers as well, because I did that as well, because you can't just use the car cable. It's just not strong enough. It's just not enough. It's not thick enough. It needs to be a bit more heavier duty, and I've got that, so I can always use that anyway. What else? Through doing a bit of YouTubing on sound systems, there was a little thing that you can do called the Big Three, which I didn't realise that that was a thing, that you could actually do that. And when I found that out last year or so, I'm thinking, that's not a bad idea, that ain't. Actually, it's quite cool. Makes sense, really. I know you lot there probably sitting there, what the fuck's he on about, the Big Three? What the fuck's he giving on about? Is he talking out of his arse again? Well, you may think that, but now the Big Three, right, when it comes to doing sound systems, because obviously the amplifiers that you use are going to be using power. Now, according to the sources on the old YouTube, you can get away with around about 2,000 watts. Using just your one battery and doing the Big Three. Right? And the Big Three is that you take off the earthing straps from your chassis to the engine, or you can leave them on depending on what you want to do, and add or replace with heavier duty cable to bridge the gap to earth your car. And then from that point you go straight to the battery, right? So you got even more oomph. And then with a live battery, with a live cable, you go straight from the back of the alternator straight to the battery. And then from the battery terminal you can go straight off then to your amplifiers. It just basically beefs up the power, because obviously the bigger the cable, the more power that goes down it. If it's thinner, not as much, it can't handle as much. Which makes sense really when you think about it. So I shall be doing that, and I may have to figure out a way of putting another battery in there, because they did say like 2000. Well, unless they meant 2000 RMS. I mean, if it's 2000 RMS, then I'm pretty much okay then, I should imagine, because the 4,500 that I've got, I don't think is going to be 2000 RMS. More like about 700 odd. But yeah, that'll be interesting. The only thing is though, I could do with another amp. I've got three. I've got two 1500s and one 1600. The 1600 is a 4-channel, and the other two are 2 channels, which they run the subs they did. But I could do with 2 more. Well, 2 more. Yeah, I suppose I could do with 2 more, really. Not just 1 more, 2 fucking more. 2 more amplifiers to run the other 2 subs if I can get them in the car. It'd be a bit of a challenge, mind you, having 4 12-inch subs inside there. Fuck. But Jesus, would it bounce like a motherfucker? It'd be awesome, wouldn't it? So you'd have 4 amps just running the subs, and then you'd have 1 amp. Well, I actually could get 2, could I? Because now I'd have 6 amps. Oh, I tell you what. I'd like to do it. I would. Because then I could have... I could get 2... Hang on, let me start again. I've got 3 at the moment. So if I scrap the one off, the 4-channel, get rid of that, I could have 4 more 2-channel amplifiers. So I could have 1 on each sub, 4 running the subs, and then in the other 2, so that'd be 6. So I have got that right, haven't I? Yeah, I've got 2 already. 4 more, that's 6. Yeah, so I'm just making sure me head ain't in the shed. Then I could have the 4 running the subs, and the other 2 would then run the front and rear speakers, the door speakers, and I think that would sound pretty fucking awesome. Don't get me wrong, it'd all have to be balanced out, but it would sound fucking awesome. I really do think it would bounce like a motherfucker. It'd be interesting to see what it sounds like though, but I ain't that bothered, to be honest. I ain't that bothered at all. I mean, when I first bought the... well, I'm doing 50. I wonder how fast you're going. I bought my first 2 12-inches, which are the... Nemesis? Are they Nemesis? Yes, Nemesis. Nemesis 12-inch. They're 300 watt RMS. They are the most incredible set of 12-inch speakers I've ever known. They're just unreal. Absolutely unreal. Well, the guy that sold them, he disappeared for a while, and every so often I keep checking to see what he's got on there. Then eventually he comes back with something else, and he came back with a bunch of other speakers. This time I'd seen on there, the price was ridiculous. The price was that low, I had to snatch his hand off. I think he was selling them at like £18 something each. I'm like, fuck that, I'm having them. And these ones are the Nemesis ones, these ones. No, got Nemesis. Phantom, that's the word. That's what I'm looking for, Phantom. These are, again, 300 RMS. A little bit more punchier. They don't drop as low, whereas my Genesis dropped to 12 hertz, I think. Is it 12 or 14? I think it might be 12. But the other ones drop, I think they're about 16, I think they are. But it doesn't matter either way, they're still sub, so... But, again, those things just look the bollocks. They are the type of speakers where it doesn't matter whether you have them in bandpass or just have them in a box, because the chassis are on the Nemesis. The chassis is a machined aluminium basket with the magnet incorporated in it, and the other one is a metal frame basket with the magnet bolted to it. I mean, just to see them is just like, oh, they are proper awesome. But it's no good them being stuffed in the boxes upstairs in my bedroom, is it? No. Realistically, they could do with being in the bloody car, along with everything else. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day. I'll have to try and avoid this personage here, else it's going to get soaking wet. The thing is, it's the bother of at the moment. It's not so much the amps or the speakers, it's the edge unit that I'm having trouble with, because I just don't know what to have. See, my system originally was done with this Clarion that I had, and I've still got it. It's upstairs in my other bedroom, but it's out of date now. It's old. It's, you know, you can only really play CDs with it. I mean, this is how old it is. It's got I've got the adapter for the iPod Classic. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much how old it is. And there's no USB, there's no Bluetooth, anything like that. But the quality of the device is incredible. It's a beautiful bit of kit, like it really is. But like I say, it's out of date. I have looked for the Clarions, and I have found one. There's the CZ702 or 703E, and that's not too bad. But here's the thing that made me smile, because when I found up Clarion, even Clarion says realistically, the unit that you've got, the build quality of that unit, we don't do them that good anymore, because they was owned by a different company back then. I'm like, you joking? And it says no. It says we bought all the patterns and what have you, and it was, I think the actual the operating system in it is Macintosh. And it says, oh right, I didn't realise that. It says, yeah. But I mean, don't get me wrong, this other one that you're after it's a good machine, but what you've got is better. And I think, well, that's a bit of a thing to say, you know, a Clarion guy admitting that. Oh well. But the thing is, with Clarion, right, if it's still true to the word, no matter how old the radio or cassette player or CD player is of Clarion, if there's anything that goes wrong with it breaks, you can phone up the service engineer shop and you can order that particular part. I mean, for my one, I had to order the CD laser mechanism because it had packed up. So I ordered it. Cost me 110 quid. Came a few days later, fitted that, but there you are. Job's a good one. Like I say, it's old, but they still had that in stock, still there, available. Unbelievable. So there is that. I mean, there is that kind of side of it. I don't suppose you get that from anywhere else. So I may have to just, you know, save up and get myself one of them Clarion. Yeah. But again, whether it's going to be that CZ703 or 702E, whatever it is, or it might be a doubled-in version, I don't know yet. Because all the other types of connectable head units, they're a bit out of my price bracket, to be fair. So, unless I can find a second-hand one at a reasonable price. There was a nice Pioneer one, which it just looked awesome, and the specs on it were really good too. because I don't just dive into it willy-nilly. I have to see what the specs are, because like I say, having that Clarion and the specs on that are through the fucking roof, even though it is an old machine. It's got everything from equalisers to checking, adjusting the phases to it, all sorts. That you can have it as 5.1 and plug a fucking TV monitor into it. It'll do anything, right? Absolutely anything it'll do. It's unreal. It's just a shame it don't do Bluetooth. If it did Bluetooth streaming, I wouldn't be thinking about it. It'd be straight in, simple as, straight in, no messing. Oh well, I suppose one day. Before I'm actually too old, that is, like, you know what I mean? That's if you can be too old to have a sound system in your car. Oh dear. I suppose the challenge would be to actually have it so that I can get the 4 speakers in there, even though they are 2 different types. Well, say different product. It's the same manufacturer, which is Shadow Works, but the speakers are 2 different ones. So it'd be interesting to see what they perform like if there was put in the back, and I'd have to figure out a way of separating the chambers, but I don't know. I'll have to do a little bit more research on that, I think, when I do get round to doing something like that. What kind of ports can I use, and is it going to be doable? Will they actually fit at all? I don't fucking know. Will I have to do it in a bandpass style? Never had a bandpass before. I know how to make the bandpass. Like I even know how to do the isobaric ones, but yeah, the isobaric wouldn't work though, I don't think. But the just the standard bandpass would. That'd be cool, because then you'd be able to see the speakers then. Well, you see the chassis of the speakers anyway, so I suppose I could do that, couldn't I? That's an idea. Yeah. See, the brain's fucking whirring now. Ooh. I could have my usual 2 facing upright, and then the other 2, they could be in the bandpass form as like a added kick in the bollocks, if you like. I could, it'd be a bell moving, fucking thudding back. That'd be wicked, that would. Yeah. I think that might fit, actually. I think I could actually do that. That would be pretty damn awesome. And if you think of the shape of the boot as well, I could have they could be at the bandpass could be at the front, and the 2 just having the normal subs could be at the back. And then it's just finding a way of putting the amps in. How would I do that? How would I rack the amps? Yeah. Especially if there's 6 of the fuckers. Oh, fuck me. Yeah. That would be interesting though. Would be very, very interesting. Oh look, Mr. Cyclist there, look. Completely ignoring the queue of traffic behind him. Now if he was a nice kind guy, he would pull in and let people go, but he won't. He'll fucking struggle his nuts off going up this hill, blocking the road off. not caring two fucks about the traffic. But that's the way people go at the end of the day. They do all this shit, don't they? See, I can't overtake him until I can see. And I can't see, and I'm not quick enough. You never know. He might surprise us. I'm doing 10 miles an hour. And you wonder why I fucking hate cyclists. Let's hope he pulls into the bus stop. That'd be nice. Fucking move, you cockhead. Tell you what an absolute prick. Yeah, oh well, never mind. All he had to do was move into the bus stop out the way so I could get past properly, but no, he decided not to, completely fucking ignoring me. It ain't like you can't fucking hear this thing. Anyway. So I could have that then, so I'd have it'd be bandpass at the front, on the front of the box, like on the top. The two speakers would be on the back of the box on the top. But where would I be able to install 6 amplifiers with all that going on? Where am I going to put them? Would they fit on the back of the seats? Would that be possible? Don't know. Would it fit? No. I mean, I suppose if I had a lot of cash, you know what I mean, money that didn't matter, I could really get a town then, couldn't I? And I'd have the amplifiers sort of like racked up onto the ceiling of the car and do it that way. So it's on the underneath on the roof. So that'd be really cool underneath the ceiling or roof of the car, if you like, whatever. That'd be cool. Yeah, that would fit. That would fit easy. That'd be actually interesting to see, that would. You'd have to take all the roof line off, obviously, and then sort of, how could you do it? Well, what I would do, if that was the case, the roof line's got to come off, and then I'd sort of like put the amplifiers up, just to see where they could go, whether it would need some sort of boarding or not, I don't know, but we'll find something. But to secure it, you'd have to weld some sort of metal boss in certain places, obviously on the roof. And then once you've done all that, yeah, it's going to have to be painted again, obviously, that's a given. But to be assembled then, and all the amps will be up on the roof of the car, on the inside the roof. Would you call it a ceiling or a roof? I don't fucking know. It'd sort of replace the roof lining, wouldn't it? Yeah. That'd be cool, I think. I think that would work really well. I do think it would work really, really well. And it'd look cool too, if it was done properly. But, unfortunately, I'll have to just make do what I can do. That's the end of it. That's if I actually get a chance to do it. It ain't saying I will. Not now anyway. But there's no harm in dreaming. My ass is aching. Yeah, looks like somebody's took the railing out. Cool. I'm sure I can smell a smelly in this cab that's spraying. I wonder if it's more kind of after. No, it's not. I can taste it in the air. Some air freshener spraying somewhere. Fucking horrible. suppose at least it doesn't smell like sweaty arseholes. That's never a good thing. What kind of progress they've made with this lot up here. Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised in the next 30 years in this place there'll be high-rise buildings as well. High-rise apartments and office blocks. I mean, we've got a couple as it is, but I reckon there'll be a lot more. Instead of building houses and whatever, they end up building skyscrapers and shit like that. Wouldn't that be fun? Can you imagine? Cannock having skyscrapers. Wouldn't that be hilarious? It'd be a sight to see that. It almost looked like a mini New York. As a matter of fact, you know, when you think about it, right? I mean, we have got blocks of flats here and there knocking about, but we haven't got anything that's ridiculously high like skyscrapers. We haven't got none of that. I wonder why we've never had that. I wonder why we've never ever had skyscrapers. I mean, you got that building there, look, that's a high-rise building in front. But it's not really that high, it's only a small thing really when you think about it. On the grand scheme of things, it's not really that tall. I mean, as daft as it sounds, right? There's at some of the docks and whatever, you've got warehouses that are that high. You know what I mean? And a lot bigger. But to have a skyscraper, that would be like what kind of, you know, view that would give you if there's skyscrapers around here. I just find it amusing, the thought of having skyscrapers. It'd be interesting to know whether it'd be feasible to do with, you know, what kind of ground would they have to do? How far down would they have to dig to actually house this thing so it doesn't topple over? But I suppose the reason why we haven't got them is because we haven't got that many people around here to film them. So it'd be a pointless exercise, I imagine. Oh dear. Wow, that was close. Stop papping for no reason, will you? There's no need to pap. You wouldn't pap if you knew the rules of the road. Yay. Imagine having buildings that are about 5 times higher than that thing, if not 20 times higher. I just find that amusing. But you never know, I mean, you know, 20, 30, 50 years, you know, who knows? It might have to happen, you know, I mean, for whatever reason. So, yeah. Mechanical turn into a metropolis. All it needs is a fucking dirty planet. Louded. Well, by the looks of it, we've got the fucking gold medalist fucking parking guy again. He's shoving these things out willy-nilly. That'll do. Giving. Oh dear. Bye.